Jesse Minter understands exactly what the Ravens stand for, what they expect, and he no doubt convinced Steve Bisciotti and Eric DeCosta that he knows what it will take to get the Ravens back to the Super Bowl. Minter, a former Ravens assistant and the last 2 years defensive coordinator for Jim Harbaugh and the Los Angeles Chargers, is now the 4th head coach in team history. At just 42 years of age, Minter is the youngest coach in team history, too. That matches the trend of the NFL. Find a young, super smart coordinator that also shows real leadership qualities and get him on board. You couldn't watch a Chargers game the last 2 seasons without the announcers at some point saying he'll be a head coach in the NFL very soon. They were right. Jesse Minter has spent the bulk of his career in the college ranks, but a play caller on defense at Indiana State, Georgia State, Vanderbilt, and Michigan. He's been a play caller, and he spent 4 seasons in Baltimore as an assistant, obviously impressing the front office as a defensive backs coach. But more than the resume, it's the way people talk about him. They say he's someone who is clearly brilliant, but also someone with humility.
My first sort of impression of Jesse was when he was here as a young assistant coach. And what I've seen is tremendous growth. He's become one of the preeminent, defensive play callers in the league as a coordinator. I think he does a lot with a little at times. I think he has a great feel for personnel. I think he's creative. I think he's got authority to him. I think he has a presence about him, great humility, passion for the game. I think he understands the Ravens culture and the DNA in this building, and I think he's the right coach for us.
Now, a few more quotes from those that know Jesse Minter well. Former Ravens and Chargers All-Pro safety Eric Weddle says he will have the same impact as Mike M. in Seattle. Mark my words, great hire. Mike M. being Mike Macdonald, the former Ravens defensive coordinator. And current Chargers All-Pro safety Derwin James says, quote, he's an alpha. He that dude. Every day, you know what you're going to get from him. The Ravens have tentatively scheduled next Thursday, January 29th, to introduce Jesse Minter as the 4th head coach in team history. Kai?
All right, a big day, Pete. Thank you. And now we check in on what the flock thinks of this new hire. Kim Dacey got reaction from fans. She joins us live at M&T Bank Stadium. Kim, what are they saying about this?
Well, Kai, there is a lot of excitement surrounding this new hire. Minter is only the 4th head coach in Ravens history, and fans hope he will bring a new life to the team. So Jesse Minter, new Ravens head coach, what do you think?
Sounds great. I don't know who he is, but I love that for him.
But Jesse Minter will soon become a household name in Baltimore. Thursday, the Ravens announced the defensive coach from the LA Chargers is taking over the helm.
I'm excited. He's young, he's talented, he's been proven. He obviously came from Michigan, the Chargers. He had a great defense over there, something I feel like the Ravens' identity, which we've been missing for so long.
I think it's a great move for the Ravens. I like his the way that he brings that defensive presence to the team. I think overall it's going to help out.
Minter brings plenty of coaching experience with him, and he's no stranger to Baltimore. He worked as an assistant defensive coach under John Harbaugh from 2017 to 2020.
I think it's good to bring him back home, bring a guy back home that knows Baltimore well, that want to really support the team and really get the young guys going, man. I'm excited for it. It's a good look.
But not every fan thinks it's a good thing that he worked under John and also Jim Harbaugh. Gerald Jones thinks it might not be enough of a change.
It's like we just fired Harbaugh, and it's like, why are we hiring somebody off his street? If that was the case, we should have just kept Harbaugh instead of just getting someone who's younger off the street.
But overall, fans are excited for this new chapter for the Ravens. They say if we draft well and use the offseason to prepare, the team could have a great season.
Get him pass rushers. Give him the elite defense he needs, because you already have the quarterback in place, right? The offense is there. You get that defense right, then we're going to be right.
As we mentioned, we're expected to hear more from the Ravens next week. Reporting live at M&T Bank Stadium, Kim Dacey, WBAL TV 11 News.
All right, Kim, thank you. WBAL TV 11 News was the first to send you push alerts to this story. You can follow reaction and Jesse Minter's full resume. It's all in the WBAL TV 11 News app.